Good morning, everyone. I had to report on this, and this is Nancy Pelosi, Miss Goat Hill Pizza. Anyway, it's at foxnews.com. Protesters greet Pelosi with expletives during Florida campaign stop. And it goes on to say, House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi was confronted by a mob during a campaign stop in Coral Gables, Florida, on Wednesday with protesters cursing at her and calling her a communist. The incident was caught on camera, showing Pelosi calmly entering Florida Democratic House candidate Donna Shalala's headquarters, and she gets surrounded by the protesters. She did not engage with them. My cat just stepped on my iPad. Crazy cat. Look at Nancy Pelosi right there, effing communists. Get the F out of here. F you and your effing Democrats, the protesters shouted in both English and Spanish while carrying anti-communist signs. You don't belong here, one person was also heard yelling. Socialism sucks, said another. And here's a video embedded in here, and I'll try to put it in the description. I'm still learning how to use YouTube, and I'll do my best to get that in there so you can watch the video. The video of the confrontation was uploaded on YouTube entitled, Nancy Pelosi was heckled at Miami restaurant by Trump-supporting Cuban Americans. But it actually occurred outside the campaign stop for Shalala, the Washington Post reported. The protest was organized by Nelson Diaz, the chairman of the Republican Party in Miami-Dade County, the Post reported. Some protesters reportedly wore signs of Proud Boys, a notorious right-wing group that is often accused of participating in violent scuffles with their opposition. The protest was in response to Pelosi attending an event with Shalala that was also supposed to feature California Democrat Barbara Lee, a liberal lawmaker who drew the fury from the local Cuban community for praising the late Cuban dictator Fidel Castro. Lee once said after Castro's death that we need to stop and pause and mourn his loss, and called it a very, very sad for the Cuban people. Shalala's campaign eventually dropped Lee after the outcry, and the event included just Pelosi. Look at that witch right there. Good day. Let's get her off the screen. They never thought she'd lose, did they, folks? The hostile episode, which followed months of public harassment of mostly GOP lawmakers, drew bipartisan condemnation. I don't agree with Nancy Pelosi's agenda, but this is absolutely the wrong way to express those disagreements, tweeted Republican Steve Scalise, who last year was seriously wounded after a shooting at a congressional baseball team practice. If you want to stop her policies, don't threaten her. Vote. This is how we settle our differences. A spokesman for Pelosi, Drew Hamill, told the Post that Republicans and President Trump are responsible for inciting such mob behavior. It is deeply sad but unsurprising that we now see the ugliness rearing its head. She said, it is stunning that Republicans have the gall to call courageous survivals of sexual assault a mob. At the same time, they incite and condone violent actions like this. Republicans must condemn this vile and dangerous conduct and stop the reckless and dangerous rhetoric that encourages it. And, oh my goodness. I mean, they get a little protest and they fall to pieces. Unbelievable. And they're inciting and calling for violence. Oh, Eric Holder and Maxine Waters and ridiculousness like that. Anyway, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Take care.